patience, so I will just jump on to the next group if you don't. Right, thanks a lot. So can I now invite the Yamide? She's discussion leader, the subtopic number 3. And I also saw like at the corner of the room, before the session, I said, if you want to run away from this room, you go to number 3, but nobody did. So I feel so proud of you. Thank you very much. And obviously your group had also wonderful and quite exciting discussions over there. So now we would like to hear the reports from the leader. So Yamide, you have the floor.
Thank you, and thank you to my group to stay with me and not, move away. Thank you. So I think the notes may not reflect the richness of, the conversation. We started by, we wanted to try to do a kind of thorough analysis of how much, what would be the functions of identifying the key stakeholders, what each key stakeholders, which functions it would be, supporting in capacity building for the NAPs and the NDCs, and how they could be further capacitated, what were the gaps and what could be the solutions. So it was difficult to do that in a limited amount of time, so I'm going to really insist about, some of the key functions that needed to be addressed. I think it was stressed several times that unless you've got data, you would have difficulties to do anything. And the collection and sharing of data were highlighted as a major issue to address. And, one of the means to do this were by trying to have a better coordination among the, from the governments to local governments to with other stakeholders, and to also have a better open the data through disclosure of information, through regulation, through legislation, potentially. In order to enhance the research and also those data, it was, and to maximize, the role of permanent institutions like research, schools. It was important to identify means to do some training and to have learning partnerships, and some of them are being put in place among universities. That would promote also South-South, cooperation and triangular cooperation, and trying to do to make more efforts in the design of the governance system, so that the involvement of wider stakeholders in the decision-making process is clearly identified and triggered in a more systematic manner. I think also thinking about the diversity of interaction and communication with stakeholders, the need for simplification, as mentioned, but also the need for translation of this information in local languages would be also important. Obviously, getting more financial and human supports, are always there, but we try to also look at those. The other areas that those stakeholders are playing, and we need to think how to better leverage them in the field of innovation. They can play an important role there, and how to connect their insights in being responsive to the requests or issues arising from UNFCCC in general could be good.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Emide. The wonderful report. And I also, like I said, your group, the number 3, obviously had the wonderful discussion and quite rich. And of course, I really appreciate that you took some different kind of ideas and aspects from the discussions already coordinated, done by the group too. So that also enriches the contents of the whole discussions, the capacity building, and also under the Durban Forum. So thank you very much for that. And for those of you who participate in not the paragraph, it's a group 3. If you do